Quiet cutting is a hot topic in the labor market. Andy Challenger is on the job for us today. Andy, explain exactly what is quiet cutting, because the numbers show companies are starting to lay off less.
Yeah, we have seen the level of layoffs falling the last couple of months after 9 months of really highly increased activity and layoffs in the labor market. There is a theory that some of the cooling in the labor market is actually being captured by this phenomenon of quiet firing. Companies that are moving people and reassigning them within their organization instead of letting people go. So while they might be cutting roles, they're moving the people within their organization to lower level positions or positions within other departments that's not being captured in the overall layoff numbers.
Are companies concerned about being too quick to let workers go? They might want them back.
Yeah, I think in most cases, companies that are doing these reassignments are doing so for the benefit of their employees. They would prefer not to let them go if they don't have to, but they still are facing certain job eliminations during a time of some cooling in the economy. I think this is a muscle that companies have really built up over the last few years. We went through the most severe labor shortage the country's seen in many decades just 2 years ago. And companies really focused on their ability to retain and attract workers. That also meant taking workers and recycling them to other jobs, figuring out ways where their skills might transfer, how to get them up and going in those new units with training that would help them fill those roles more effectively. And I think that's being used now that companies are going through a cooling period in this reassigning way.
Is this quiet cutting seen as a way to get people to quit?
Yeah, there is some concern that companies are doing this as a way to manage people out of the company. So instead of paying them severance, they would put them in a lower role and just hope they'd quit. But I don't think that's the main company policy, to just cause workers the most amount of misery so they leave on their own accord. For the most part, companies are doing this really to help transfer skills, keep people with some job and connect to their organization so that when the growth opportunities do come, they're well positioned and they've got good talent that they've already hired in the past.
Good information. Thank you, Andy.
Thanks for having me on, Angie.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.